So today we will learn how to name molecular compounds. So molecular binary compounds. So again, binary compounds composed of two elements. If we have a binary ionic compound, then that compound contains a metal and a non-metal. So for molecular compounds, um, these are compounds that consist only by two non-metal elements. Okay, so they tend to combine, or they tend to bond to through covalent bonding. So that is the electron sharing. Okay, so when we name molecular compounds, we have here the Greek prefixes indicating the number of atoms. Okay, so we can identify how many atoms present by um, observing or identifying the subscript. So the subscript not indicates that indicates the number of atoms of the specific element. So for example, we have there N2O5. So N2O5, so the subscript of N for nitrogen is 2, then the subscript of oxygen will be 5. So for that, we will be using di the Greek prefix, which is di. We add here on the before the name of the element. So nitrogen, dinitrogen, penta. So that is because we have 5 oxygen. Pentoxide. So root name of the second element followed by the IDE suffix. Okay. Next one we have here CO. So examining the molecule, we have one carbon, we have one oxygen. So we will be using mono Greek prefixes. Okay, so mono, we don't need to write mono uh, if the first element contains one atom. Okay, so if we write it, we just need to write the name of the element, and it was already implied that there is only one atom of carbon present. Okay, so however, for the second element, it is necessary to add the prefix mono to indicate there is only one atom of the second element. So the root name of the second element for oxygen, that will be ox, followed by the suffix IDE. Overall, the name will be carbon monoxide. So let's have other examples. We have N2O. So we have 2 nitrogen, 1 atom of oxygen. So that will be we will be using Greek prefix di for nitrogen. So that will be di nitrogen. Okay, followed by the second element. There is only one oxygen, so that will be monoxide. So suffix IDE. Okay, S2Cl2. So how many atoms of sulfur? There are 2. So we will be using di for Cl2. 2 atoms of chlorine, we will be using also di. So that will be disulfur. Okay, I'd like to capital letter D. Okay, disulfur dichloride. Okay, hope that is clear. Next one, Cl2O7. There are 2 atoms of chlorine, so we will be using di. For oxygen, there are 7, so we will be using hepta. So that will be dichloro or I would like to write it as dichloro. Chloroheptoxide. Okay, dichlorine heptoxide or dichloroheptoxide. P4O10. So that will be tetra. For P4, oxygen, that's 10, we need to use deca. So that will be tetra phosphorus decoxide. Okay, decoxide. Lastly, nitrogen monoxide, as mentioned earlier. If the first element has one atom, no need to write mono, no? For oxygen, there is only one atom of oxygen, then it is necessary to write mono. Okay? So that will be nitrogen monoxide. Okay? So hope that is clear. Now, if the molecular compounds is consists of one atom of one of the element is hydrogen, we might consider this one as a binary acid. Okay, so it is also important to indicate the AQ here, meaning we have this HCl dissolved in water, okay. So aqueous solution, AQ stands for. Okay, so when naming this binary acid, we just need to write the prefix hydro, which will be added to the root name of the second element. Since the second element is a chlorine, I will be using chlor, followed by the IC suffix. Okay, so these are all um, fixed additives for the binary acid. So the prefix hydro, the suffix IC. Okay, if we are dealing with binary acid, we place hydro as prefix, followed by the root name of your second element, followed by IC, then the word acid. So with that, that will be a hydrochloric acid. Okay, so let's have an example. HF. Again, this is an aqueous solution. Again, this will be an acid. So with that, we can name this one as hydro, the prefix hydro, followed by the root name of your element. Okay, so that will be fluor, followed by IC suffix. Okay, so the hydrofluoric, followed by the word acid. Next one, HBr. So that will be hydro, followed by bromine. So brom, followed by the IC suffix, so bromic acid. Okay? So last, okay? So this will be our names for our examples, HF and HBr. Okay? Next one, we have this subscript. It was supposed to be a subscript, no? So if it is in a gas form, if HCl is in a gas form, we don't need to write it as hydrochloric acid gas, no? Okay, so it will be more appropriate to present them in this form. So the name of your element, hydrogen chloride. Okay, so that is the more appropriate name for gas form of this binary acid like binary acids, no? So if they are not submerged in water. Okay, since HCl is submerged in water or dissolved in water, we have the aqueous form. So HCl in aqueous form, so it is implied that this one is an acid, a binary acid specifically. So you will name this one using this hydrochloric acid. So more example. So I place here AQ, no? If you don't have AQ, for example, the subscript is gas, then the appropriate name for there is hydrogen sulfide. HI will be hydrogen iodide. But since we place AQ here, this will be named hydro. Again, the prefix hydro, followed by the second element, the root name. So for root name of sulfur, I think the appropriate name is sulfur, followed by the IC, hydrosulfuric acid. Okay, HI, so this will be hydro, iodine will be iod, followed by IC, hydroiodic acid. Okay, so that's all.